What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so Charlie Sheen, actor, who's been pretty much, I don't know, inactive as an actor for quite some time, recently did an interview on ABC, and I'm not sure of the program. It might have been Good Morning America, but I'm not certain of that. But anyway, basically, from what I could see, Charlie Sheen's been doing a media tour to promote his new book, and he also did an interview with People magazine. But in the interview with Michael Strahan, which, like I said, I think was Good Morning America, he finally admitted publicly to some things that have been said about him for quite some time. All right, he admitted to, in essence, being a sex addict. Right, he admitted to being a sex addict, and he admitted to having sex with men. All right. Um, Yet he says that he pretty much, if you listen to the interview, he blames his, having same sex. He blames his same sex activity, I guess I should say, on smoking crack. It was the crack that did it. And the problem I have with that is, number one, it's another situation, another case where Charlie Sheen and many other celebrities don't take responsibility for their actions, right? Now, look, on the one hand, what a person does behind closed doors, it's nobody else's business, as long as they're not hurting anybody, right? I've always been a believer of that. I don't believe in being, the moral police and judging everybody and anybody for what they do because it differs from me. For the most part, I'm just not one of those persons. But I do have a moral barometer, and if you're doing something that I think is hurting or pressuring people to do something that they don't want to do, or there's a hidden agenda behind it, then yeah, that could be brought up. But anyway, back to Charlie Sheen, right? First of all, I kind of call cap on him having, same-sex activities only when he started smoking crack, because there have been allegations that Charlie Sheen has done a lot of things improper, to say the least, since his 20s. All right? All you got to do is Google Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, Lucas, Charlie Sheen, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, and it's rather disturbing. Another thing that bothers me about this interview is the inconsistency with Charlie Sheen on different matters. He says that he never, because it was 10 years ago when I believe he went on Good Morning America and announced that he was HIV positive. Now, the reason why he did that is because he said that he had been getting extorted for quite some time, right? That he had HIV and he didn't want that revealed. Because I heard rumors for a while that he had HIV, and then he finally confirmed, right? Once again. But this is the inconsistency with Charlie Sheen, right? He said that he's never transmitted his disease to others, right? But then he also says in an interview that some people try to extort me after they look in my medicine cabinet or whatever and see that I'm taking certain medications that are used to control and contain my HIV/AIDS disease. So doesn't it sound like you were having sex with people and you didn't tell them until they saw your medicine cabinet? I mean, that's what it sounds like to me, you know? And look, man, I just find the whole situation, I find a lot of things with Charlie Sheen very hypocritical when it comes to the media. You know, a guy like Jonathan Majors, I don't care how many people's eyes collectively roll when I say this, but it has to be said. A guy like Jonathan Majors had his career nearly totally derailed because he pushed a wild acting, a wild woman. He pushed her into a taxi, right? And not shoved her, but pushed her, right? And somehow she got a little bit of a boo boo on her earlobe, right? Meanwhile, for years, Charlie Sheen's career was just fine, even through the allegations that he did things to little rascals. What he supposedly did to Corey Haim on the set of Lucas and other kids, underlings, by the way, right? Never mind the fact that he shot actress Kelly Preston, you know, the late wife of John Travolta, back when they were dating in the 90s. Never mind the fact he has a history of violence, domestic violence against women, a long and sordid history, by the way. And I don't mean just, you know, shoving and pushing. I mean outright taking his closed fists and knocking them out like they goddamn men, right? Don't see the same image from the media. Now you could argue, well, all those were different times. I mean, you can make that argument, but you know, Charlie Sheen's record of domestic violence goes from the late '80s all the way into the 2000s and teens. So I can't. Nah. When you look at the sheer amount of allegations and proven allegations of violence, this is the same dude that, according to Denise Richards, who, by the way, he just appeared in public for the first time in like probably a decade with, over a decade. She said that at one point, maybe he was high off his rocker, but he threatened to unalive his kids or their kids just in retaliation to her. And that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to this guy. Now I'm glad that he's 8 years sober. Congratulations to him on that. But I remember all of that, you know, all these allegations that, you know, this guy was living a very toxic lifestyle, having sex with anybody, anybody. Tiger blood, they put it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's tiger blood. Where Tiger Woods had to apologize to America for cheating on his wife. I mean, that's bad, but I mean, compared to Charlie Sheen and many others, come on, man. So that's my problem. The picking and choosing by the media. But no, I think Charlie Sheen is a piece of shit. It always has been a piece of shit. And now, conveniently, because we're in a climate that's much more accepting of certain lifestyles, now he feels more comfortable to come out and admit certain things. But even with that, it's only just to promote his book. So he's still doing things for a self-serving manner. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.